for y'all to come on in. I wasn't even gonna go live. I wasn't even gonna go live, but I'm here. Hey, hey, hey. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna do my laundry. I need to do my laundry. That's what I need to do. I really do. I mean, the clothes that I'm taking aren't dirty. The clothes I'm taking on the cruise aren't dirty, but I need to do my laundry. I do not want to come home to laundry. So I'm trying to figure out, I guess when I get in the house, I can put in a couple loads. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, who's on here with me? Go upstairs and get a load. Put it in the basket and bring it downstairs. Because I don't want to come home to a bunch of dirty clothes. That's the worst. Coming from vacation to dirty clothes. That's not what's up at all. Where are all the peoples at? Oh, we got one here. I see one popped up. Hello to the one. Hello to the one. Can I say hello to the two? Hello to the two. Adriana. Hey, pumpkin. I'm sorry you guys been missing me. You know I'm still here on planet Earth. Especially if you follow me on Instagram. You'll see that I'm still here on planet Earth. I am getting myself together for my cruise that's coming up. I leave on Sunday, early in the morning. My flight takes off at 5:30 a.m. So I have to be at the airport at like 3:30. And then I'm off into the sunset. Yes, Adriana, I have been. For 2 days, though, I was super duper duper foggy. I'm not going to lie. For 2 days, I was not myself. Because I didn't have my concerta, so I felt kind of loopy. I was telling my mom, she's like, you going to do this, you going to do that? I'm like, I can't concentrate on nothing right now. I was just like, through the day, Adriana, like literally coasting the day. Because it was just hard for me to focus. But I accomplished yesterday. Let me know if you can see me, Adriana, and if you can hear me, or is the buffering really, really bad? Let me know. Let me know if it's really, really, really bad. Uh-oh, the signal's rough. It is. Is it better now? Adriana's my co-captain. Oh, we got all the peoples in the building. Hi, official. Hey, Den. It's better now? Okay, good. When it gets a little rocky, just, let people know. Your toothbrush died? Oh, no. You got to charge it. You got to hook it up. Country. Oh, God. I just realized I went live this way. So we're going to have the foolishness in here. I should have turned it. I wasn't thinking, y'all. So, darn, Den and Adriana, I guess you got to go to work. I guess you got to go to work. Oh, man. You see that one right there? It said, hello, nigga. That don't make no sense. Oh, my God. It's so many of them. Adriana, you think I should just turn it off and start over the other way? Because it's a lot of trolls. It's eyebrows plucking day today. Get ready. It's too many of them. Ibrahim, have a good day, sweet bride. Can you... Oh, my God. 44... It's like 44 people in here, and they are acting a fool. All right. You're in here. Thank you, Adriana. But anyway, it's Freedom Friday. How about that? It's Freedom Friday. We got the trolls in the building. Thank you, trolls, for running my numbers up. I really, really appreciate you. I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. This week was kind of rough, but on the same note, God gave me the determination and the strength to get through the week, and I'm very appreciative of it. As I told y'all last week for Freedom Friday, set yourself free. Set yourself free from other people's responsibilities. And when I say other people's responsibilities, stuff that other people should be taking care of, let them take care of their own business. Please let them take care of their own business. Don't boggle yourself down with other people's responsibilities. You have your own to handle. You know what I mean? Also, don't weigh yourself down with what people may think about you or what they may say about you. People are going to talk about you to the day you die. Don't worry about people. Don't worry about people. They may call you fat. They may call you ugly. They may call you black. They might say anything. Let me tell you something. Set yourself free from that, because this world is so big and it's so abundant and it's so many things that we need to experience. At the age I am, I'll be 45 next month. And when I tell you, I would not like to turn back the hands of time. Some people don't want to grow. They don't want to become older. They don't want to, get to a place in life where out with the old, in with the new. They want to turn back the hands of time and be 20 again or in their 30s again. Not me. The reason why, even though my body is getting older and I have ailments, we all have something going on. I am in the best place of my life. I am able to experience things that I couldn't experience when I was younger. I'm able to do things for myself that I used to could not do for myself. I am able to process things maturely, whereas though when I was younger, I couldn't process them. I'm able to seek help when I feel as though I need help. I am in a mature state in life, and I try my best to always use wisdom. This is what keeps me free. This is what keeps me from, going into the red zone. You see what I'm saying? I'm just so thankful for Freedom Friday. Like, I really, really am. I never thought that I would get to a place where I could sit on this camera and talk to you guys without a plan. But just to talk to you about my week and how my day went and how I overcame obstacles, how I overcame trials. I was featured, y'all, in the magazine. My job has a magazine. Some of you may know where I work from just talking to me, but others may not. But the company I work for is worldwide. It is a big, big organization. And I was featured in their magazine. And I wish I could share it with you, but we have so many trolls and so many people that are just always out to get people. You know what I'm saying? We always have people who are just out to get us all the time. And they never want to see us win. They never want to see us, do good. But I'm featured in their magazine. And I'm going to share it with my moderators. I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to send it to you so you can read the magazine. And then I got my evaluation at work yesterday. My manager, district manager, took me and my other peers, there's 4 of us all together. He took us out to eat for lunch. We went to Yard's restaurant. And then after we came back and he did our evaluations for the year, he asked me, he said, so how do you feel as though you did your first year here with the company? And I said, to be totally honest, I don't know. Then I said, no, I'm not going to say I don't know. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel like I was able to navigate quickly. I feel as though I was able to catch on to the do's and don'ts. And I was also able to make changes that have been beneficial for the company. I really feel as though I left my footprint, and I'm still leaving footprints as time goes on. And he said, I totally agree with you. So he pulled out the evaluation and he started to read it. And I wish I had the paper copy with me so I could read it to you guys. But when he read it to me, it just made me it just put a smile on my face, and it made me think about all the struggle I may have had going on all week, mentally and physically. It made me realize that never grow weary in well doing, because in due season you will reap a harvest. And to know that my evaluation was the way it was, and I was nominated to be featured in the magazine, it just made me feel like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to send it to Den. I'm going to send it to Adriana. Ange, of course, already saw it, but I'm going to send it to you guys because I want you to see it. Because if you ever get discouraged, or you ever feel like your life is not going in the right direction, and this is for everybody that's listening to me, listen, God has everything in control. He holds this whole world, and every opportunity in this world, he holds it in the palm of his hand. If something is for you, can a devil in hell stop it from getting to you? But you just have to believe, even when it's hard, even when you feel like, I don't feel like being bothered, I don't feel like getting up, I don't feel like calling this place, I don't feel like answering this email, I don't feel like paying those bills, I don't feel like, you have to draw strength from God. I'm telling you, it works. It's a guaranteed fix. God works everything out for me. I'm trying to tell you, he does. So many things, since I just surrendered a lot of things, the way I was processing things, the way I would think about certain things, I realized that number one, therapy would help me. Number two, because I am older, and I did the hormone testing and realized that premenopause will exacerbate any type of issues you already had. So when I was a child, I had ADHD. Me going through life and getting older, it just made it worse. So knowing and having the wisdom to go get the help necessary for you to really grow and work on yourself, it's amazing. It's really, really, really amazing. And I try my best. I try my best to just stay focused on what's most important. I try my best not to get caught up into the negative talk. I try my best to not even listen to much negative music. I try my best to, get up on Sundays instead of sleeping in and going to church, because I realize that once I am around like-minded people that are talking about their testimonies and the different things that they're going through in life, I realize that it helps me to get through the week to come. It helps me to get over the obstacles and the different hurdles that I experience in everyday life. So it is good for me, and I thank God that I found a place that I don't mind fellowshipping at. I don't feel awkward. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like a cult. It doesn't feel like, they're out to get your whole paycheck. It doesn't feel anything like that. It feels very wholesome, and it feels pure. And my daughter likes it as well. I took my mother likes it, and it's been helping me in so many ways. Like I had told y'all before, the concerta has been helping me a lot, because I've been able to compartmentalize things in the order of importance, and I've been able to tackle things one at a time instead of starting stuff and then not finishing it. Then I started looking for a therapist. I realized that in order for me to process all the thoughts that I'm having, I really need to verbalize some of these things and get them out of my head and speak them out into the air. But I need to talk to somebody that's on the outside. It's okay to talk to your mom or talk to your kids or talk to your husband or your wife or whoever. But honestly, therapy is very, very good, because it's somebody that's there to listen to you, that has no type of relationship or can hold any type of bias against you for what you are talking about and the advice or the direction that you're seeking, and it's helpful. It is so helpful, because she made me realize, she said, you had to grow up fast. Do you know that? And I said, I had to grow up fast. I can't believe it. You're right. And she started going over everything that I talked about to her, and I wrote down in my notes and everything for her to learn about me. She started talking about it, and she said, you should be very proud of yourself. And I was like, wow, I really, really am. I have children that don't bring any trouble or chaos to my house. I have, my family that, sometimes I feel like they don't get, but when it was time for the family barbecue, I did the live stream, and y'all saw the live stream, and I was frustrated with them, but they end up coming through. My sister came, and my sister had sent me money. She sent me $30, but then she came and she brought, what did she bring? T-bone steaks?
T-bone strip steaks.
She brought T-bone steaks. She brought porterhouse steaks. Yeah. She brought hot sausages. Like, she brought stuff as well. And then my niece had sent me money. Now they didn't verbalize that they.
Watermelon.
Oh, she brought a big gigantic watermelon too. I forgot about that thing. It was huge. But these things weren't verbalized to me. So I have to learn how to stay calm even in the midst of the silence, because I'm telling them I'm not a last minute person. I like to do things in order and in decency. You see what I'm saying? So If you don't get back to me within 24 hours of what you're going to contribute or do, I feel left alone. And now it's a lot of pressure, along with everything else I have to do through my work week. But God showed me that he is ultimately in control. They say, hey, Mama Nista.
Hey.
God showed me he is ultimately in control. He'll take care of everything. He knows all of my concerns. He knows all of my areas of lack. And he will supply my needs according to his riches and glory, not the riches and glory of man. And when I say we had so much stuff that we just cleaned out the refrigerator yesterday, because we can't eat that stuff anymore. First of all, it's old. And then not only that, we had an abundance. We had an abundance. And it didn't put me in a poor house. It didn't put me in a situation where it took away from my money for my trip or anything like that, you know? So I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. And I'm thankful so much for freedom, because I realize that when my mind is racing, that's a form of bondage. When I feel depressed, that's a form of bondage. When I feel overwhelmed and as if I'm just like, I can't move. I feel disabled. Like, you know, I can't move. That's a form of, you know, bondage. I am free from all of that today. I was able to get up and handle my business. I was able to get up and answer my phone calls for work. I was able to go and keep my commitments and do what I needed to do, you know, over here in Jersey. And then I'm riding back home. I'm getting in front of my computer and finishing up my computer work. You know, I'm in a good place today. Now, will trouble come again? Trouble always comes, because we live on this earth. Every day you wake up, you're going to go through some type of trial and tribulation. But it's all about how you handle it, how you perceive it, and where you draw your strength from. That will determine the outcome. And because I know who the sun sets free is free indeed, I carry everything to him and ask him to handle it, and to guide my footsteps, and to teach me exactly what it is he would have me to do and how he would have me to handle it. Because troubles will come, okay? Just like storms. Storms come and they pass. But you, myself, and you, we have to learn how to weather the storm. We have to learn how to weather the storm. And then we can't let our imaginations get the best of us. I'm going to say that again. Some people may not get it, but some people will, that struggle in their head. You can't let your imagination get the best of you. If you watch the news and now you're in your head thinking about the situation you saw on the news happening to you and your family, listen, you need to stop. That is not your life. That is not your story. You're just aware now of what's going on in the world, and it's great to be aware. But don't make somebody else's reality your reality in your head, because it hasn't happened to you. So why are you concerned? Why are you in bondage about something that's happened to somebody in an area or in the world? And now you then took on the burden, you took on the pain and the stress of it happening as if it happened to you, and it didn't. What you do is you pray for that person or those people or that community, and you ask God to have mercy on them. And then you continue to pray for God to keep a hedge of protection over you, as he's done thus far. Because he will continue to keep his promises. He does not break his promises. You see what I'm saying? If he promised us freedom, we're free. He promised us health and wealth and prosperity. We have it. We just have to put ourselves in a position to receive it. Now, that's another thing too. If your heart is guarded all the time and it's closed off, if your hands are always in a tight fist and you always got your arms crossed, you're not in a position to receive. Because everything that's capable of receiving is locked off. Your arms is crossed tight, your hands is closed in the fist, your heart is guarded. You standing there locked up. God can't bless you and you got yourself all locked up. You got to relinquish that control. It's a form of control. I couldn't navigate through life back then with wisdom experience because I hadn't lived long enough to have the wisdom, and I didn't live long enough to have the experience. But now that I have the experience and I have the wisdom to navigate through this thing called life, I feel better about the experiences that I have now. I feel better about the outcome. of situations now. I feel better because I know that there is light. There's light at the end of the tunnel. So again, no, I don't want to go back to being a younger person because I didn't have the wisdom, because I didn't have the time. I didn't spend enough time on the job called life. I hadn't been on the job long. You know what I'm saying? I was young. You see what I'm saying? I didn't have the experiences because I hadn't been on the job long. The job is life. But when you've been on it for some time, and you've made mistakes, and you fell, and you got back up again, and you've witnessed some things, and you've been through some things, and you passed some tests, you failed some tests, but then you went back and you passed them. That is building character. That is building you up spiritually and mentally. Okay? It is helping you get to the next level in life where you can now walk on ground and territory that you have not been able to plant your feet on yet. There's so many places in this world that I would like to go. But I know if I continue in the path that I'm going right now, I'm going to get to go to all of those different places. There are things that I would like to experience before I leave this earth. And I know that if I continue in the direction that I'm going right now, I will be able to experience those things. You see what I'm saying? There's things that I would like to see with my own eyes while I'm here on this earth. And I know that if I continue in the direction that I'm going, I will be able to see those things very, very soon in life. And the key to it is I have to walk in the freedom that was given to me. I have to walk in it. I have to stand in it. I can't be oppressed, depressed, and stressed. I can't let other people's responsibilities overtake me. Also, you got to be mindful of the people you surround yourself with. I know this is like so cliche that birds of a feather flock together, but it is the truth. Misery loves company. Honestly, I'd rather be like an eagle. When you see eagles, you don't see a bunch of eagles together. When you spot an eagle, they usually by themselves. And they know how to soar high. And they got keen insight and excellent vision. And they know how to go in for the kill. They know how to go in to get their food or their nutrients, whatever they need to survive. I want to soar high like an eagle. Because you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful of the people you're around. You know, you have to learn how to love people from a distance. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. And I pray to keep and stay humble at all times. You have to keep the humility. You have to keep it. Because once you lose that, you'll lose exactly what it is God is trying to show you. You need to be free on this Friday. Free yourself. Honestly, free yourself. You got to. And be transparent about what's holding you back. Be transparent. And be honest with yourself. If you got low self-esteem, stop talking about people to make yourself feel better about yourself. If you have low self-esteem, stop being around people you think you look better than or you're doing better than. A lot of times people will be in the company of other people that do worse than them or lack in areas that they don't lack in because it builds them up and it gives them a sense of purpose and it challenges you to grow. Challenge you to do better. Challenge you to let's go to the gym together and let's drop them pounds. Challenge you to start juicing and eating more healthy. Get around some people that's going to challenge you to go to the doctors and they might even offer you a ride. Get around some people that'll challenge you to invest your money in different places that'll be beneficial for your future. Get around some people that, and then that way you'll value it on a different level when you're your hunger for more. Get around some people that's trying to buy some houses if you're trying to buy a house. Get around some people that's working in the field that you want to work in. These are the people that you need to be around. Where you're going, where you're trying to go, not where you are right now. Because it is where you are right now, your final destination. Because baby, I'm constantly moving. If God opens my eyes every morning and he breathes the breath of life into me, I'm pushing, I'm going, I'm flowing. And I'm okay with meeting new people. And I may feel a sense of intimidation sometimes. Yes, we all do. Even the strongest people feel those type of things sometimes. We go through different types of things. But if you get around people that are sincere and that want you to win, and they're not about all that negative talk and backbiting and picking apart other people, but not willing to pick apart and analyze themselves, I'm telling you, you're going to win. If you get around those type of people, I'm telling you, if you learn to enjoy your own company, that's another thing too. Some people don't like being alone because they don't like themselves. So they got to be around people so they'll feel better. You have energy suckers. Energy suckers. They're miserable alone. But when they come with a plate because they need to eat off your table. But they don't understand the sacrifices it took for you to have the table that you have. They don't understand, and sometimes you need to let these people know, I was in your shoes. And I used to go to other people's table to eat. But then I realized God bless the child that got his own. God bless the child that got his own peace. God bless the child that has his own direction. God bless the child that has his own wisdom. God bless the child that has his own self-awareness. God bless the child that is able to bridle their tongue when they want to say things that they shouldn't say out of their mouth. God bless the child that got what they need to have. You see what I'm saying? Because what will happen? You will become a crutch for those people because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to set themselves free. They rather be in bondage and come to you for assistance because it's easier. They don't have to think hard. They don't got to sweat. They don't got to lose sleep. They don't got to actually problem solve. They don't got to be productive. They don't have to find a way to make things work. They don't have to, seek godly advice. They don't have to do all the things that they feel like they're not good at and they don't want to be uncomfortable. Don't let these energy suckers take your energy for granted. Now, I'm not saying you can't go around and give people words of encouragement. I'm not saying you can't be a person that can offer assistance. But what I'm saying is to you, don't put yourself in jail and in bondage because you done took on somebody else's responsibilities. And if they think you're mean or you don't care, because you start to learn how to say no effectively. Because that's another thing. We have to learn how to say the word no effectively. You can't just be out here saying no, because then you'll say no to something that God has for you. Come on, somebody. I said you get too used to saying no and you don't use that word effectively. You'll start saying no to stuff that's good for you and that what God has for you. And you done missed out because you just saying no. No, that's why you need wisdom. You need wisdom to understand what's coming from God and what's coming from this world. Okay? You got to have it. You got to have it. It's so important. It's so important. Thank you, Sunshine NYC, for the $5 super chat. I love you, baby. Thank you. You have to. We don't understand, as human beings, we have so many weapons to navigate and to get us through life. And when I say weapons, I don't mean weapons of mass destruction. I don't mean guns or knives. I'm saying we have weapons that help us protect ourselves. God gave them to us. But if you don't know how to use them wisely, you will use those weapons and those tools for your demise instead of for your growth and your elevation. The word no is one of them. The word yes is one of them. The word I don't understand, a sentence or a phrase, that's one of them. You know what I mean? We have weapons and tools to help us, but you got to ask God for wisdom on how to use them. You have to. Like this platform here. At one time, I did whatever I wanted to do. And I still do whatever I want to do. Don't get it twisted. But my wants and my desires changed as time went on. And because my desires changed, my content changed. Once I realized what freedom really, really was. And see, this is the thing people don't understand. I've been in church all my life. But you got to continue to live life to understand God's word differently, how it applies to different stages of your life. And the more you grow, the more you know. With time comes wisdom. Okay? You got to put in the work. So as I said before, this platform, at the time of my life, my kids graduated high school. They didn't need me as much as they needed me before. I was going on trips and I would go to casinos all the time because I really, really was lost because I didn't know how to identify as anything else. I wasn't married. I'm a homeowner. I did all this stuff that people would do while they're married. So it was like, I bought a house. I had the kids. I had a dog. I had a white picket fence. You know what I mean? I've done so many things. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do now? I'm in this house by myself with the cat. What am I supposed to do? I have money accessible that I didn't used to have accessible because I used to always have to give it to the kids. Then the kids, I got them their own car when they turned 16 and they got their license. So they didn't need me to pick them up and drop them off no more. They were rotating that car and making it work for themselves. Then they got to the point where they went and got their own brand new cars, So for me, I was in a stage of like, what am I supposed to be doing with my life right now? Because I am so confused, So I got on YouTube. And my son said, Mom, you can live stream, playing the slot machines. So at first I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't feel like it. And he was like, no, try it and see if you like it. And I tried it. And it filled in that time in my life where I didn't have nothing else to do. But the funny thing is, do y'all know that God will turn something that was meant for your bad, he will turn it for your good? If you didn't feel that, I'm sorry. Do you know that what the devil meant for your bad, God will turn it around and mean it for your good? I'm supposed to have a platform. It may not have started the way it was supposed to start, but it's currently where it's supposed to be. I'm able to be free, transparent, show people the stages in my life. And because of freedom, I never was confused about freedom. In the beginning when the channel started or now. My freedom is what attracted people to me. Because I said what I wanted to say. I went where I wanted to go. I said what... Listen, my freedom and being able to be transparent and not care about the adversity that comes with it. That's what attracted people to me. My openness, my silliness, my craziness. You know what I'm saying? That's what attracted people to me. But the Lord said, I'm going to use this for something greater. I understand your plan. He said, but your plans are not my plans. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. He said, you're still my child, regardless of whatever you want to do or what you don't want to do. Because I gave my life to God very, very, very early on. I've been saved and I've been baptized since I was a kid, okay? So I've always had them. And I always operated in that posture. And even in the cussing and the fussing, I never, ever kept God out of anything. And I didn't let anybody else disrespect him around me. And that bothered people sometimes because they be like, oh, you out here doing this, that. You think you holier than thou? I ain't holier than nothing. But I know who is holy. And I will not let you disrespect the holiest of the holiest because I'm a believer that's sinful. Because I'm a believer that's sinful, you think you could just crack jokes and say what you want to say? Nah, buddy. For God I live and for God I die. Okay? Repentance is real. So my freedom and my transparency is what got me to you guys. Some stayed and some faded away. But I trust God. I trust him, y'all. I got radical faith. And I know it's because of my radical faith. I'm able to operate and do the things that I'm able to do that other people said, I don't know how you doing that, girl. I would have passed out by now. I don't know how you doing that. I would have broke down by now. I don't know how you... Let me tell you something. I cry sometimes. I'm in pain sometimes. Sometimes my mind is racing. I can't even get my thoughts in order and control. Sometimes I can't get up out the bed. But I always say, to God be the glory, because this too shall pass. I know that I will not stay down for long. I know that from experience and from wisdom. And I got the experience and the wisdom from living and becoming a certain age. That's one of the reasons why I would never go back to my younger self, because I know too much about how he operates in my life. And I know about the power that he's given me in this lifetime, that I don't want to go back to a time where I was ignorant and lack knowledge thereof. I am free. This is Freedom Friday. It's hard to get on this camera sometimes, y'all. It's very hard. But I'm asking you, if you care and you want to hear me and you want to continuously hear my story and hear me talk, I ask that you pray for me in a way that God gives me strength to turn on the camera and hit go live and not worry about if I'll have something to say or not say, to not worry about if I feel like it or if I don't feel like it, to not worry about anything. You know, trivial things will just pop up in your head that'll keep you from doing what you're supposed to do. You know, I'm thankful. I'm aware. I'm aware of myself. And my therapist confirmed it the other day. She said, you're very self-aware. And I said, to God be the glory. And I'm free. I'm free. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys. I really do. I really appreciate you. It is hard on here. I used to have, oh my God, I used to have, my viewer count was crazy. You see what I'm saying? And I would have like super chats like crazy, and I would be getting cash apps, this, that, and the third. But I realized that it cost me too much, and it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And I am living on quality, not quantity. And when you start to operate in quality and not quantity, that's when your life is going to take off. It's going to take off. So I love you. I appreciate you. I am going on with the rest of my day to get the rest of my work done. I also have to start packing. I did pull out clothes and stuff, but I got to get my bags like really, really packed, because I leave Sunday at 3 o'clock in the morning to head to the airport. I hope this message was good for you, because it was good for me. And I feel so rejuvenated, and I feel good being able to share it. I'm sorry that the signal was so bad. That's the one thing I don't like about my area where I live, or when I'm on the highway, because I feel like it's breaking up in between my, you know, what I'm saying and everything. And that bothers me sometimes. But you know what? That's just something else for me to believe God in. It's just something else to make my strength stronger. You know what I mean? So thank you again, guys. I will talk to you later. I love you.